My lovers, welcome to my channel. My name is Made for Love, and today we are looking at your person's thoughts of you today. So we're gonna get some significators for their energy towards you. We're gonna look at what they're thinking about when they think about you today, the emotions that might be driving these thoughts, what might be happening in their life that might be influencing their perception of you, and then we'll get advice from Spirit. In the extended, if you have a third party connected to your connection or karmic energy, and we're going to use just about the same format, but we're just going to do it for that connection. And then we're going to look at your person's next actions in that third party relationship and your person's next actions towards you within a month of you watching this reading. So just let's get into it. Now, I just want to thank you guys for the lovely comments that you made under my last post. I'm still going through, and I promise I will answer all of you because they were so lovely. You know, sometimes when we get deep into our grief, we forget that, nothing is ever really lost. And people aren't really lost. I mean, we lose a 3D contact with them, but they're always there. And thank you guys for reminding me of that. So I was very emotional just reading through the messages as well. But thank you guys so very, very, very much. So I will continue to answer today, okay? Thank you. Oh, and we keep getting this, well, I won't say we keep getting, but we got it in the last reading as well. I'm going to shuffle over because I was thinking about the last reading, it came up. All right, so, but something is full grown, something has come into its own, and it might be you, it might be a connection, it might be a person, a situation. All right, underneath the deck, so it could definitely be your connection. Okay, we have here yin and yang, and if it's one thing that symbolizes a twin flame connection, it is this. And maybe you entered onto this journey in this distorted feminine energy, right? And distorted feminine energy is energy that thinks that it's powerless, that it cannot survive alone. It's heavily codependent, no boundaries, no scruples. It's always waiting for someone to save them, take care of them, that kind of thing, right? And now you have balanced the masculine and feminine energies within yourself. And so too, it looks like it's spreading out into your other relationships, including your twin flame connection. Okay? All right. Now, let us get some significators. You know, okay. I'm just trying to figure out if it's this deck I wanted to use. All right, let's use this deck. All right, let's see your person's energy generally. We have inner peace, so they too also getting balance within themselves. I feel like for a lot of you, your person is undertaking a lot of either religious or spiritual studies. I think this is formal studies. I don't think this is something that they are getting from spirit when they're dreaming or anything like that. No, 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 no. This is things that they are seeking out. Okay, so some of them, they're seeking out maybe Egyptian mythology, but I see the Akasha as a golden pyramid, and it's here. It's featured here. We have clovers, we have stars, we have snowflakes. Snowflakes representing uniqueness. It also looks like a Merkaba. We have a white rose, and that's pure love, unconditional love. We have planets, so maybe planetary movements. So your person doing some deep dives, right? And as they build their knowledge base, it's about the world around us, the things that we may not know, and the unknown. It's also like strengthening their sense of self and identity. And that's why we have the I am enough that is going across there. Because it looks like for you, the more you know about your inner world is the more you know about the outer world. But for them, the more they learn about the outer world is the more they learn about the inner world. So it's a kind of, I can't really say reverse osmosis. Okay. It's a kind of inverse process for them. So they are, you know, they're in stillness. I mean, the last set of advice we got is was to be still, but it looks like that's the advice for them as well. So they're trying to get that peace within themselves instead of looking towards other persons to be their peace. And that's something that we hear a lot, right? Especially for masculine energy. They just want somebody to be their peace. Yeah, but what are they offering to the other person? Chaos, right? So they are finding peace within themselves. Their energy towards you. We have worthiness. So they are seeing your value and they're able to see your value now and appreciate what you're offering now because they are seeing their value. No matter how cocky or confident this person came across to you, know that you are dealing with someone with deep-seated self-worth issues. And the way they treated you is just a reflection of the way that they see themselves and the way that they may have allowed other people to treat them, right? So you were like the little whipping boy or little scapegoat there, right? But now they are seeing in you themselves. And now that they're beginning to love themselves, they're beginning to love everything that you are. So they see that you're valuable, that you're worthy, but it's only because they are now thinking that they are worthy. And this is a process that is being guided by you're both of you guys as ancestral teams here. I see those trees here in the back, right? So whatever you are powering through right now, know that your person is also mirroring your journey. They think you're worthy. They think you're worthy. They see you for who you are. And there's a piece about you that they're beginning to appreciate. Maybe they were one of those persons that, thrived in chaos, thrived in drama, the excitement. But maybe there's a piece that they are now appreciating about you. Okay. So they are thinking about how worthy you are. Let's focus on that worthiness card. And their thoughts around that. Let's pull 4 cards on that worthiness card. So Spirit, please break down that worthiness card. Well, first of all, they think that you're very knowledgeable and intelligent. And in fact, they think you're a genius. Like, they think that you know it all, right? I mean, nobody knows it all, but they think that you're pretty close, right? Especially when it comes to things that are spiritual. Like, you are their little guru. They look up to you. All right, let's focus on that worthiness card. Spirit, break down that worthiness card for us. What exactly are they thinking when they think about that worthiness card? Now, we have here the murderer. Now, the murderer conspiracy is a conspiracy that you destroy everything that you touch. So this is the energy that they are in with regard to you. They are in awareness of how they may have hurt you, how they may have tried to deconstruct you, how they may have made disparaging remarks about you, how they may have tried to break you down. Maybe some of you guys were the victims or targets of gaslighting and negging by this person, because this is how they were taught to love. Because they didn't feel worthy, they try to break you down. And they're seeing that now. They're seeing that they tried to break you down, or they didn't support you, or they may have disregarded you, or they may have pretended to ignore you just to break you down so that you could sink to their level, because they never thought that they were worthy of you. This person has serious self-esteem issues. So they see how they may have destroyed something that was beautiful and pure. So they're in that murderer energy. And when we're in the murderer energy, we tend to stay far from the things that we like or love, because we think that we will destroy it. So they may be in that energy with regard to you. Spirit, tell us more about this worthiness card. We have the devil. Now, the devil is all about attachment, okay? So this person is addicted to you, magnetized towards you. Sometimes it's something that they can't control. It's something that's connected to that reptilian part of them. It's something instinctive, right? I think they may have done everything to kill this connection, destroy this connection, and yet they're still here feeling like eternally linked to you. And I think that drives them a little nuts. This really unsettles them, because I feel like this is someone who may have been good at goodbyes before, but for some reason they've not been able to say goodbye to you. And this really unsettles your person. Especially if they don't have the same kind of access to your energy. This may be how they may view themselves as well, as someone who is beyond redemption, like, because they see you as pure. Look at her hair, right? They see us pure. Even the garment she has on, right? So they see us pure. You're in white and purple, and that's about royalty, divinity, right? Let's think about the purple flame, right? And they may also view themselves as the devil. So that's the thing about that unworthiness energy yet again. They see you as the living beauty, right? So they see you as someone natural. This is the energy of the Empress, right? You don't have to adorn yourself with anything special for them to take notice of you. You're there without makeup. You can have a sack on or nothing on, some plastic bag, garbage bag. They don't care. To them, you are the epitome of beautiful, because you radiate beauty. It's not just something that is physical. It is the energy that is around you. And then we have man. Now, they may also see themselves as your man or your masculine, but they may see you as a perfect balance, because this is feminine energy. This is the Empress. And this is masculine energy. So they may see you as being a balanced person, right? You're able to be intuitive and receptive here in your feminine energy, but you also are able to step into your masculine energy, take action, and protect yourself, and even protect yourself from them. Okay? So they see you as this complete package, but the thoughts that they have about themselves, they aren't very healthy at all. And maybe that's why they need this time to really come to peace with who they are. Right? This is them really beating themselves up. Now let's ask Spirit. Spirit, what are the emotions that are driving these thoughts? What what are the emotions that are driving these thoughts? So they did everything to kill this connection, and there, it's still alive. Die hard. Oh, this connection stronger than Bruce Willis, but guys. Okay. All right. So let's see. All right. We have trusting, and it says reliant, dependent, and believing. So this person trusts you. If it's one person that they trust to catch them if they fall, or to be there for them, or to trust their word, or to keep their word, or someone that has integrity, that's how they see you. Okay? So this person know that they have you on a pedestal, and they think that they're this lowly creature at your feet. I mean, a little creature, the devil. All right, let's see the emotions that are driving these thoughts. We have grief. And I should always listen to my intuition, because I had a word about grief that I wanted to share with you today, but I was like, it probably made the reading too long. But because grief is the first card that came out, I think I'm supposed to share that with you. It says here, sorrowful, heartbroken, and bereaved. Now, I think they are grieving your loss. Okay? There's something about your connection that is not the same, or is not kind of working out the way that they planned. And I was talking to a good friend of mine just the other night, and I was telling him about what happened at grad and that kind of thing, and he was asking if my emotions had kind of leveled out, and if I thought that it would happen every time that I had some sort of success. And I said, no, I don't think it's going to happen every time I have some sort of success, but I do think that every time I hit a milestone, that this will come up, because part of the grieving process, or maybe what grief is the letting go of the things that we're not going to have, you know? And then I was giving him an example, like, if I were to get married, then I have to let go of that vision I've always had with my father walking me down the aisle, or him ever seeing my children. It's those things that's what grief is. It's a letting go. So I had to let go of the end of that vision that I've always had of daddy being there for my graduation, that kind of thing, right? So it's all part of the grieving process. Just letting go of things bit by bit as they come up, and embracing the what is, right? And coming into that place of acceptance. So they're here trying to embrace what is. There's something that's not quite working out as they planned. Maybe they thought that you would always be in their life as you were all this time. Maybe they thought they'll be able to continue to have their cake and eat it too, with you. Maybe they thought you guys would have children together. Well, whatever it is that they thought that you guys would have, it looks like the dynamics have changed, and this is why they're in this energy of grief. But they have to go through this process so that they can appreciate you more and really see what you were trying to offer to them. So this is a process that is guided by spirit, and we just have to allow it to unfold whilst we go about living our life. And we have the energy of hopeless. So that this may even be dark night of the soul. And it says here pessimistic, despondent, and defeated, right? So they never imagined that they would be in this position, on the shitty end of the stick. And maybe, like, they didn't really think things through. Maybe they were only focused on themselves and getting their needs met in that moment, and they didn't think about what your needs might be, especially long term, right? So they didn't see things unfolding as they have unfolded. And however it has unfolding, it's put them in this energy that they can't bring things back. Maybe they think they've done the most and there's just no coming back from whatever they've done, right? There is that energy here as well. There's a part of them that thinks that they have lost you for good, and that they too are being forced to let go. All right, so I usually leave this in. What does it say? Create your own, right? So maybe you are off doing your own thing, creating your own destiny, okay? And whatever it is at the moment, maybe it doesn't include them. Maybe they feel excluded from your life. Maybe you are creating your own relationship with somebody else. There's definitely that. Maybe you're having children without them. Maybe you are creating the life that you've always wanted and you've not factored them into it from the way that you're moving. Okay? Maybe you've released them, you've let them go. Maybe you've sent them some sort of letter or message that told them, child, you're moving on, whatever it is, right? But they see you as creating a life on your own, and it looks like whatever you're creating, you've signaled to them that they're not welcome in this particular circumstance that they're in right now and in the energy that they're in right now. Maybe they were selfish, and maybe that's not what you require in a partner. And we have how I want to feel, and it says solving problems. So they're trying to find a solution, and they think that if they find a solution, find a way to get back to you, or find a way to go back to or reactivate the dynamic that they were in before with you, that they will feel better and they will feel okay. But I think they're slowly coming to realize that that old dynamic is gone. There's an opportunity always for something new. But that old dynamic where you guys may have been codependent or enabling each other in bullshit, it's done. Right? And you are the one that has changed up that energy. Now, let's ask Spirit, what's happening in their life? So we've gotten the message most likely is the way that you're now conducting yourself and you showing your value, as well as them recognizing your value, that's causing a lot of this upheaval in their life. But what else is happening in their life that might be influencing their current perception of you and their thoughts about you at this time? Now we have here, this is the Jack of Cups. So this is the Knight of Cups. So your person, all romantic here now. And we saw these swans at the bottom of this True Love card deck in the last reading. And it's come back again at the bottom of the deck. So this is your person coming into a closer emotional connection with you. And it's interesting that that is happening just as you kind of looks like you stepped away. All right, what else is happening in their life that might be influencing their perception of you? What's happening in their life that might be influencing their perception of you? So we have the wild card, okay? So it looks like they're in this energy of YOLO, like anything can happen. I feel like for some of them, they have had some sort of karma, okay? This is a card, well, it's a card number 39, which reduces to 12, which is the hangman. So they're getting a high perspective. But I think they're getting a high perspective because there's been some karma. This dice here, it adds up to 11, which is the justice card. So there's been some sort of karma, some kind of karmic return, some hard karmic lesson that they've just learned there. And that is what is giving them the higher perspective of you and your connection. I'll pull a card and see what kind of karma they got there. But there's definitely karma that's happened there. So they've gotten the consequences of their actions. We have a card number 5. We have the Hierophant. We have 7 of Cups. It's a tree here. Your person as well. That energy of the Hangman is also extending to how they're seeing their family. Okay? How they're seeing their family tree. And it looks like there's a lot of healing that might be happening within their family circle right now. Because they're thinking outside the box and they're thinking outside of their programming, especially the programming that they've had from their family members, and they're bringing fresh energy into their family tree. They're seeing things very differently. What else is happening? I'll pull some cards on these. So therefore, learn some sort of spiritual lesson here. All right, so we have a house here. We have a King of Cups. So there's something that's happening in a home. Now, home also represents oneself. So there's a issue here or a lesson here in self-love that they are learning. It could be as well that your person may have gotten some kind of financial abundance from the universe. And this is kind of expanding their options. And then we have this magnifying glass here. Okay, and it's a 4-4, and that reminds me of the 4 of Wands. So they're taking a closer look at your twin flame connection, spirituality. This looks like tarot cards as well. So as they dive deeper into their spirituality, it's also changing how they're looking at you and this connection. Let's pull some cards on these. And this is first edition of the Bonfire Tarot. And we have here the 4 of Wands again. Okay, so they're really focused on this connection at this time. All right. Ooh. We have the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so that's you again. Because in my readings, all upright court cards are divine energies. Okay, so it feels like they've gotten their share of karma from the way that they have treated you. Okay, we have the Page of Swords. Okay, so now they're kind of relegated just to looking at you here. And they're in some sort of situation where there isn't reciprocity, where they are being breadcrumbed. Okay, so it looks like in the past, you were there standing in the Queen of Pentacles, and they were there just as a page, just giving you just barely enough to sustain your relationship, sustain your connection, sustain your friendship. But it looks like somebody did the same thing to them, and this is the lesson that they're learning right now. So whatever they did to you, somebody did it to them. And for some of you, it may have been their family members. It also may have been some kind of family foundation that they invested in. Yeah, that they invested in. We have here 6 of Cups. But it looks like some karmic cycle has ended with this person. Maybe it could be a karmic soulmate, or it could be some family members that were dysfunctional. And it looks like they're learning some serious lessons about reciprocity in that relationship. So just as they didn't reciprocate with you, it looks like they were given to family members, they were given to friends, they were given to maybe a love interest, and those persons did not reciprocate. And you know, once there isn't reciprocation, once there isn't give and take, then the connection or relationship cannot be sustained. What's happening in this home here? And they're thinking about you as well, right? They're thinking about the Empress, and they're thinking about the Empress more and more as life around them deconstructs, as things implode, right? They keep coming right back to you, and it feels like they feel like you are their home. That's where they feel the most stable. 8 of Pentacles. And that's what's making them want to work on this connection. Because as everything deconstructs, their love for you, the emotions that they have for you, is the only constant that they have in their life. And that's why they're taking a closer look at this twin flame connection. And it is grief that's driving them to do that. We have the 3 of Swords. So if it wasn't for this grief energy, if it wasn't for your loss, they would have continued to take you for granted. Yeah. But because you have moved in a different direction, That's why they're paying attention. That's why they're sitting up and paying attention to you right now. Let's ask Spirit, what's their advice? Let me get my reading glasses on. What advice do they have for you in this connection at this time? So as I said, we're going to do basically the same format. In the extended, we're going to look at the karmic connection. Underneath the deck, we have the shadow self, and it's a card number 28, which reduces to 10. So it looks like that cycle where people are operating in their shadow side is over. Everybody's coming into balance, and whatever might have been in the dark, it looks like it's coming into the light of day. So your person getting a lot of clarity, and it says here strength. Now, what does Spirit want you to know about strength at this time? And the strength card is always about, taking back your power, standing up for yourself. Let's have a look. It's a card number 30. Okay. It says mastering others is strength. Mastering yourself is true power. And it looks like that's what you're stepping into. True power. It says, this card comes to remind you of your inner strength and courage. Although you may feel weary and hopeless at this time, do not lose faith. So it looks like this grief energy and this hopeless energy may also be mirrored within your person, but also mirrored within yourself. And Spirit's telling you to have faith. You are a lot stronger than you realize. Moving through this chapter of your life, you will understand the lesson of having to release your inner resistance and fears. By uncovering your true strength, you'll have the courage to move through it with clarity, understanding, and compassion. Your prayers for strength have been heard. Release all fears that are blocking spiritual guidance. Breaking down walls will help you see, dear one, all the synchronicities and signs communicated to you. The Spirit teaches of love and light, which only to serve the highest good for all, to offer guidance, love, and reminders of what you already hold inside yourself. You hold so much strength, courage, determination, and perseverance. The first step in uncovering and embracing your true strength is accepting your current state, whether it is vulnerability, powerlessness, emotional fragility, or weakness. The second step is surrendering to the universal force of life, the universal force of love. Allow the third step, empowerment, to flow into your life naturally. So Spirit is saying the first step is admitting how you feel, right? And surrendering to that energy. And then the second step is surrendering to the life force, right? Just giving it all to Spirit. And then the third step is to allow empowerment or that strength to flow into your life naturally. Strength and empowerment will come. Use this chapter to find your deepest source of strength, to renew your faith, and to be all that you truly are, a spiritual warrior living in conscious freedom. And the prayer here is, Great Spirit, guide me through this period. Give me the insight, courage, and strength I need to cultivate the source of strength already within me. Right? So you may have asked Spirit for strength to power through maybe the situation. But Spirit is saying you already have it. And with each adversity, you're going to uncover more of it. And you're a lot stronger than you think. Okay? My love, that was your reading. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're able to leave a comment down below, a like, a dislike, it all helps with the algorithm. If you're able to engage with any of the ads that may have played during this reading, that's beautiful energy exchange for me, the giving and receiving. And I thank you so much for that. All right. My loves, take care.